G'day gamers, Ranger Tony here, back with more Skyrim. Sorry I've been away for a few days. I had problems with my streaming PC. I have bought a new one and installed it, and we are ready to go. Now, haven't been sure what I wanted to play recently, but I got back into the mood for some Skyrim. So what we're going to do is we're going to start a new playthrough. I had previously done Druss the Axeman. I did that to do the I believe I did the what's her name, the Stormcloak questline with that. But I never really went any further with it. What I want to do is I want to restart it again. I want to restart it again, and this time I want to get Wuuthrad, the axe. And I'm also going to try something a little bit different. We are going to try and see if we can build this as light armor, because one of the things that Nords have is that they start with a bonus to light armor, not heavy armor. So I want to see, and if you know anything about the stories of Druss the Legend, he generally wore leather armor. So I want to try this as a light armored build with a two-handed axe. And we're going to stick with Nord for this. Not any major reason. The other one that I would consider doing it with would be Orc, but Druss has more of a Nord feel than an Orc feel. I would rename it to something like Gruss if I was doing an Orc playthrough, but I already plan to do this as a Nord because the Nords get bonus to light armor. Orcs get bonuses to heavy armor, so yeah, I could do that. We want... He's already as buff as he can be. Although, yeah, okay. Skin tone, yeah, no worries. Let's just have a look at the presets. Yes, I want to lose the preset. Let's just start with that. Bulk him up a little bit. Clean up his complexion. I don't think I want any scars, so we'll get rid of those. Although I'm sure Druss had lots of scars. I don't remember him having any particularly on his face. I guess... You know what, we'll leave those. I think that was the original scars that the... We'll leave that there, actually. Don't want war paint. I'm going to leave all of that alone, leave all of that alone, leave that alone. We will come down here, and even though canonically Druss had a beard, Druss, I always think of Druss with a beard a bit like that, I think. Fairly well kept. Not completely, not like that where it's very tightly kept, but a little bit of length to it, but not wild like that, right? But this is me here we're talking about, so we're gonna go with the classic friendly mutton chops, as apparently they're called, which is not canonical for Druss, but there we go. Yep, we need to set their name. And we're just going to go Druss. Nothing else. And we're going to do a standard start, of course, which is a little bit boring, I guess. Yeah, come on, let me go so that I can get on there. So yes, this is a light armor build, which is going to be the hardest part. But I figure... Light armor doesn't mean I'll get hit more often. it means I'll take more damage when I get hit. I don't have any real restrictions that I'm going to put on myself. Yes, I will be picking locks. Yes, I will potentially use enchanting. I don't think I'm going to use alchemy much or at all. Yes, I will use smithing. I'm probably going to try and do a bit more smithing than I usually do. So, where possible, if I've got the resources, I will try and upgrade equipment before I sell it. At least I will try to remember to. And yeah, generally just trying to. So the plan is going to be, I'm going to do the standard start with the Imperials, with Ralof, although the fight in the torture room in Helgen Keep, I'm going to take that a little cautiously, because I might even save before it. That is a good chance, even though it means the death of a Stormcloak. See, here's the thing, right? If you start as a Stormcloak, you get a lot of equipment that you can find on the way out. In particular, if you want heavy armor, start as a Stormcloak. Right? So follow Ralof, because you come across 3 different Imperial soldiers in heavy armor on your way through. And if you're going sword and board, that is definitely a great way to go. You will find a shield in the torture room, and from then on you're set. If you want to go, any sort of run, that is a good way to go. If you go Imperial, though, the only opponents you come up against are Stormcloaks, and they all wear light armor. So you do not get the opportunity to get heavy armor until you get out of Helgen. And then you can go and buy some in Riverwood. So that's actually a major disadvantage of taking the Imperial route. Because if you did want to be an Imperial with heavy armor, you're not going to find any on your way out. You're going to find a lot of two-handed weapons, though, because that's predominantly what the Stormcloaks use. And that's the problem I'm in. I want light armor, and I want the two-handed weapons, but I don't necessarily want an Imperial start, because I want to go and do the missions for the Stormcloak. So, and that's not really a problem. I could do an Imperial start and then change my mind after I get to Riverwood, or at any point, really. I can head up to Windhelm, and join the Stormcloaks at any time. And I can go to any Stormcloak camp, as long as I actually haven't joined the Imperials. I can go to any Stormcloak camp and they will do that. So maybe that is actually a better way to go. Because otherwise I have to wait. I sort of want to do the torture room a couple of times until one of the Stormcloaks with a two-handed weapon dies, so I can pick it up and use it. And that seems a little blah. G'day, Feelgood Inc. Yes, I am back. I had problems with my streaming PC. It died. I had to get a new one. It's all up and running now, though, so we're all good again. Okay, so maybe that's what I'll do. I'm going to do an Imperial start here in Helgen, only so that... No, I'm not. No, sorry. That's unprincipled of me. I'm not going to do it that way. This is a Nord. He is, a Stormcloak through and through. And in fact, I won't even save before the battle in the torture room. If I don't get a chance to get a two-handed weapon on my way out, I will just make do with what I've got. G'day, Saint Salvius. No, this is two-handed axe playthrough, but light armor this time. I'm giving that a try, see how we go. I realised last time I did this character, I didn't really do anything after I'd done the Civil War playthrough. This time the order is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to pretty much immediately do the companion quests and get Wuuthrad, and then I plan to do the Civil War questline as a Stormcloak, of course, and then we will do the end game, because that's the other thing I haven't seen yet, is what the end game is like, what the main quest line is like in the game if you've completed one of the Civil War quest lines. Because you've got to remember, normally the quest is that you have to get permission from Balgruuf to capture the dragon in his hold, and to do that you have to go and do the whole peace treaty and everything. Well, if that's already been decided, I'm curious to see how it skips around that. I mean, I know it's probably going to be pretty simple, but yeah, that will be something else we'll be looking at. So, the problem with the Battle Mage build that I was talking about is that I've actually tried it. I actually tried it the other day, very, very briefly. I wanted to see if... Because what I thought... My thought was, I said, well, hang on a sec. The big problem is if I want to use a shield and use spells, then if I could use the shield in my right hand rather than my left hand, then whenever I try and use a hotkey to load up a spell, it'll go into my left hand, everything's fine. You cannot, because the shield automatically goes into your left hand no matter what. And that's the wrong hand for that sword, or that weapon, not that it matters too much. So, yeah, so I tried. I said, well, let's see if I can put the shield in my right hand. No, can't do it. It's like, damn. And bang. Okay, let's take all of that let's take all of that. Now, I'm going, even though technically the studded armor is better than the Stormcloak cuirass, I'm going to keep the Stormcloak cuirass on. The fur boots, though, so the light Imperial boots are better and the light braces are better, and I need a helmet, so I'm going to put all of those on. That is a slightly better layout. And I'm going to put a dagger in my left hand for the moment. Even though I want to be using two-handed weapons, not dual wielding, this will just do me a little bit better to begin with until I can get a better weapon. You coming? There we go. Very bad lag and no sound. That's not good. Maybe the game sound is too low. Actually, there is something else I can do for that. Let me have a quick look. Okay, so that... Oh. There we go. That should be the game sound problems fixed. Lag, I'm hoping, is not my end, but it could be. Because I've actually... Unfortunately, this is a fairly low-end computer, and I know that my luck is such that I'm going to find out that this is just not coping with the demands of streaming. I may need to adjust some of the settings down a little bit. I've already got the settings pretty low. 1 FPS stream. Why doesn't it tell me anything like that? No, well, ZamQT says that he's getting low frames as well. See, it's not actually showing me anything as a problem. On the thing here, like it's saying excellent, no changes recommended. Everything seems to be good. I don't know what sort of... hang on a sec. Yeah. So it's got a good bit rate, but it's not telling me anything about frame rates. CPU is pretty high. I made a change, but I don't know how good it's going to be until I restart the stream, unfortunately. I may need to get more RAM. Whoops, I should not have done that.
That takes care of that.
G'day, Figgin.
It's locked. See? Can get it open with some picks. Might need that gold once we get up. Grab it. Let's go.
Oh, I didn't search him yet. There we go. Yeah, I don't think the stream quality is any better, is it? Oops, I didn't really want that. All that, but anyway. Okay, let me try something. I've got to stop the stream to do it, but let me just try.